arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities and qualities. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's probably the one. That's the one.
That's what, right? But regardless of that, abilities does it. Anyway, regardless of the fact, is about feelings as well, right? A feeling.
Okay.
Okay. So I just want people to understand, my brothers. Y'all got to stop lying to yourselves. Be honest with who you are.
If you feel like you can get Halle Berry, you can get Halle Berry. Don't listen to Sharon. He over here down talking y'all.
I
agree. Y'all are bums and shit.
I didn't say
Normally
that.
I would be saying it, but I think you should. You should be willing to talk to someone that you think that you should get, so you can get rejected and get used to that, because that's going to happen throughout your entire life. You're a bum.
Is that the mate that you choose is because that person make you feel a certain way.
Yes, but they're talking about talking.
And they can lie, and they can lie. And
saying we're not talking about your mate or marriage,
right? So and men could keep on lying to themselves and think that is because when they looked at this woman, she was so beautiful, and that's the reason why they chose that woman. They are lying.
Then question: why did he walk up to her?
And the reason why we know they're lying.
Why did he walk up to her?
They are basing the looks of that woman on how other men think about their woman, instead of their own personal selves. And I just need men to be honest with themselves, because it is not cat. Because the reason why you think that girl's a four in the face and a nine a body, because you scared to take her ass outside. Y'all motherfuckers are liars.
I don't know how you correlate those things. I think they're talking about. I think they're talking about. Of course you do. I think they're just talking about the initial conversation, like why did I approach a woman in the first place? It's not because
that is exactly what we're talking about.
Great wife, it's just because I found her to be attractive. I didn't even think about her personality at that time. I was like,
I thought about getting them guns.
Get to know her. We kind of see that. I mean, that's the entire premise. That's the entire premise. That's the entire premise of Pop the Balloon.
But that's the whole point of his point. Hello, if the only reason you approached her is because you was attracted to her, that means that you attracted to it, and then when you start worrying about how the world think about your woman, that's when y'all decide to abandon ship, because y'all think what the world think is more important than how you feel about it.
But that's not the conversation that we're having. The conversation is he said that it didn't matter.
What does it matter, Josh?
Sharon specifically stated that physical attraction is not real. He has said this on numerous times. All you got to do is
we move past that.
Okay, I know.
So why you don't cheat on your woman?
The reason I don't cheat on my wife is because I actually have emotional attraction to my wife.
That's it. It's a feeling, right?
So
I love
yes.
So now what about,
I have emotional
a beautiful
and
woman walking down the street? What stops you from being with that woman? She likes you and everything. What stops you?
Because I now believe in monogamy.
What stops you?
Whoa, what do you mean now? What do you mean? Whoa, what do you mean now believe in?
That doesn't matter.
Because in the previous hold on. In the previous conversations, you said you weren't messing with. I remember Diva asked you if you and your ex were messing with that dude together. You said no.
Right. I believe in. Okay.
You said you now believe in.
What was the
profession? Don't try to switch it up now.
No, hold up. See, you're not going to fast talk me because I know what I said and I know how I said it.
You said I will. So we can rewind it. We can put money on it. You just said I now believe in monogamy.
Yes, and I did not contest that again.
Okay.
So where's your argument?
What does that mean in the context of your relationships? Because you said you only been with 3 women.
Sir, I was a pimp.
If you were messing around.
Sir, if I was a pimp and the person
listen, what's that got to do with you believe in monogamy?
Because if I believe in monogamy,
one woman, right? You can be a pimp and be dating one woman and not be messing. But
if she's not being monogamous, that's not monogamy, is it?
But what does that got to do with you believing?
I can't believe we went on this rabbit hole. It doesn't even matter about the conversation.
I'm just asking, man.
I don't know why we want to argue certain things. Like he said in the past, at one point he did believe in monogamy. Now he believes in monogamy. Who cares? Let's go back to the conversation.
I asked the question, didn't I?
But
I just answered. No, it's because he's trying to go down the rabbit hole. That's what he does.
No, you're going down the rabbit hole with him. The grown man question your damn.
That's what I'm saying. You a man too. I'm just asking you questions.
Come on, man. Move on.
Let's get past that rabbit hole. And I just need men to stop lying to themselves. Majority of men are choosing a woman because of how other men might look at their woman. It is what it is. And if you're a real straight man, you don't give a fuck about none of that because your woman makes you feel a certain way. So anybody that says that my wife is a 1, 2, 3, or 10, I don't give a fuck. Because my wife makes my dick hard, and that's the only person that fucking matters because of how my wife makes me feel. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else in the world thinks of what she looks like.
But is your wife the only woman that gets your dick hard?
What kind of question is that? You know his wife is watching.
Yo.
You think he's gonna say no?
Hold up. Exactly.
Even if it were true?
That was crazy.
Not the fucking point. Not the fucking point of the question.
It was a crazy question to ask him.
Like y'all understand, but y'all understand what I'm asking.
No, we don't. We don't understand why he's asking a married man do other women.
Okay.
We don't understand it. No, we don't.
Let me help him out. So what he's trying to say is yeah, so Sharon's
about that man dick and his wife like that. We don't need to know about that.
Y'all
are weird.
Y'all are
no, but here's the thing. I said it from the jump. I said it from the jump. If I see a woman that is nice looking, I'm not going to get my dick on because she doesn't make me feel anyway. I don't give a fuck about that woman.
Did he answer the question?
I don't have no feelings towards her because I don't know her. Because I do not have lust on the top of my
I don't hear that whistling.
So when I see that woman, I'm not thinking about how she feels on the inside. But for some reason, every time when a lot of men they see other women, they just think about how she feels, and they think that, and they believe because they be looking at her and they want to feel her, they think that it actually has something to do with attraction. But majority of you men, I'm starting to realize that y'all liars and y'all on the down low. That's
Sharon, take you back to the answer.
Hold on, I forgot to finish my thought.
This is why y'all don't care.
No,
as long as the aesthetics is correct and nobody else know, y'all going. That's
how y'all answer the question.
I would hold on.
I'm
not getting tricked. I never got tricked because I don't just look at a physical attraction and say, "Ooh, my dick is hard." You're gonna find yourself in some serious shit, and that's how you run in your life. It is what it is. I'm a straight man. I don't move that way. Simple.
So look,
this is why Sharon's argument is problematic because basically he's saying that attraction is solely based off of.
Let me get in the conversation, my nigga. God damn. Yeah, so
okay, I got next then. I'll
he was talking shit about you earlier, Taz. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. He was like, when Taz get on, he ain't gonna let him talk. That's what he said earlier.
You ain't gonna let me talk.
Go ahead,
Taz. Mr. Word said earlier. Mr. Word earlier he said that when Taz get on, I
don't know what Taz is.
I'm not
in real time.
Hold on, y'all.
In real time, Taz called the white man a nigga.
He's not white, by the way. But go ahead, Taz.
Yeah, that shit just threw me. Okay, so look. I've been listening, fam. So this is what I'm gathering, right? It sounds like what y'all talking about to me is the transition from a young nigga who run around and chase anything and willing to fuck anything to the man who, does not want to do that anymore and kind of finds value within himself. And so I don't think y'all putting that age conversation in there because some of what y'all talking about was some young shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was just attracted to any old woman and try to fuck on something late night, whatever, after the bar. That type of shit happened when you were younger, but as you get older, you know what I mean? Now you ain't willing to just, fuck on anything, and you ain't out on the chase like that no more. Attraction does mean very little when you've already chosen the person who's right there with you. You got a wife. You're not viewing women as an option as much as you would when you were, single and whatnot. So a lot of this has to do with that evolution of being a man and growing and whatnot. You're not going to have the same thoughts at 20 as you are going to have at 45.
But nobody's disagreeing with that.
Yeah, nobody's disagreeing. So the whole argument is Sharon's saying that attraction is not, or the reason people go after or partner up is not based off of physical attraction. It's based off how the other person makes you feel. But the issue is the other person can't make you feel something if you don't know them. If you don't know them, they can't make you feel any type of way.
He said, but you used the word partner up, bro. When you said partner up, get together, it have nothing to do with how she look. It's how they make each other feel. When you use the word partner up, it changes.
How can they make you feel something if you don't know them?
And then come back and say that. I'm confused because you're literally describing what I just told you. Like it's obviously taking time for you to get past the fact that attraction is physical. Attraction is more than physical. So I'm saying when you're young, yeah, she look good. She got a big ass. Y'all fuck her. That's the young shit. Okay, as you get older, you get past that. Unless you're
that's
young.
not what we're saying.
But that's young. When do you mature? When do you mature?
And you know what? I'm so glad Taz came up because that's what we're missing. I'm looking at it
exactly
a mature lens, and y'all still looking at it at a very immature lens. And I
because how would you know a person's situation to know whether you're attracted to them?
And I didn't.
For real, Taz broke it. Yes, for real, Taz broke it down so eloquently. For real, without disrespecting nobody, without using no ad hominems or nothing. It's all about the maturity level. Everything he said was 100% accurate. It really was. And I don't have
Taz is right.
That's what I was missing.
Taz is right,
and that's what we're missing in the whole conversation is that y'all still looking at that ooh, and that's why y'all care about a fat ass and don't care who the fat ass is actually attached to.
Nope, we're still talking about the types of attraction. Taz is right. I'm not saying he was wrong. What I'm saying is that we're having a conversation about different types of attraction. What Taz just explained is literally emotional attraction. Hey, once you find your person, which he already just said, then you become attracted to them in a different way. Her physicality doesn't matter anymore. You do that especially when you're older because you're already settled down.
Okay,
but the issue is
so Josh, so what I'm trying to get you to understand, if something happened to my partner right now, when I go back to the world looking for a new partner, I don't give a fuck about how she looks. I care about how she's going to make me feel, how she's going to treat me. She's going to take care of money. Can I trust her? I'm going to give her keys. Can I go to sleep in the same bed with her? So all this other shit that you talk about.
Wait, no, that's fine.
About that.
No, you're good. That's fine.
Realizing that even at my old age, if I was to go back in the dating scene, for whatever reason, I need to. Her physical.
But what's going to allow you to walk up to her?
Her physical. I'm not going to be just attracted to her physical because guess what? Cardi B looks good and she toxic as hell.
But why would you walk up to her to begin with?
Because how she makes me feel. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Oh my God, bro. How should she make you feel something if you don't know her?
Wait, man. So y'all niggas acting like you ain't never seen a bitch and wanted her, bro. Like, God damn.
Taz, that's what we're saying.
That's our point.
Taz, that's what we're arguing.
But that's a feeling but you wanting her is a feeling, right?
It's a physical feeling. Sharon is saying that doesn't matter.
He's saying there's no such thing as physical attraction.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Everything is feeling too.
I'm stuck. I don't understand what the question because it's a feeling, it's a thought. You want her, or whatever. So what are y'all saying after that?
He said he went to the gas station. Should become. You want to go see?
So Taz, here's the context of the conversation. So Sharon basically. He doesn't want to acknowledge attraction triggers.
No, just tell us your point. Just tell us your point. Don't give us context because you missing the context. Just tell us your point.
Sure. Okay, so this is my point this is how I feel about it, right? So Sharon doesn't want to acknowledge attraction triggers because that's a big proponent of the quote unquote red pill. So what he's trying to say is, well, people don't have quote unquote attraction triggers. It's how the other person makes them feel. But the problem is another person can't make you feel something unless you know them. People initially go up to other people based off of how they look, how they're physically attractive.
Taz, that's not what we're talking about. So like, okay, so this is what a disconnect is. But let me tell you my point, right? They are right when they saying that attraction is a thing, that I could see somebody out there and I can say I'm attracted to that person not without being attached to them. But what Sharon is talking about is a mature version of this. What we're talking about in a relationship. It's not about you being attracted to that person. It's about how that person make you feel. This is how when we hear this statement, hey, I wasn't attracted to this person, but as I spent more time with them, I became attracted to them because of how they made me feel in the environment that they have. So that's the two things that they're arguing about.
But what does that have to do with physical attraction? That's been the whole scope of the last 2 hours.
Y'all being the G
but when I came up
right
here, that's why I don't understand why y'all stuck on this. When I came up here, even Sharon agreed that it's this certain level of attraction that he see when he see people out in the not attraction, ratings. I guess he using a different word, but it's a certain level of feeling when he can look at somebody and say she's beautiful and not beautiful. He conceded to that 2 hours ago. I don't even know why we keep bringing it up.
Until just now when he said her looks doesn't matter, then that means the physical attraction does not matter.
Over the long period of time, it doesn't matter, Josh. Right. That's what he's telling you.
Long term, it doesn't.
Yeah, we agree with that.
But we agreed with that. But he's saying physical attraction isn't real.
We went past that too. I don't understand.
Then why did he go back to it?
No, y'all keep going back to it. Listen, we literally, when I came up here, said, okay, it is something that happens when you see somebody for the first time. We all agree upon that point, right? I just said, person's beautiful. Listen, yes, he do agree. He agreed on this panel. He said it's a such thing as a beautiful person and an ugly person. That's a beautiful woman. That was the example he
also
used.
says this no thing is physical attraction. I mean, it's that simple, bro. Like y'all be trying to defend this nigga like Captain America.
Y'all just really want to argue with him.
Wait a minute,
I'm convinced that y'all come over here every day just to argue with him. Because he even conceded in this conversation, and y'all still want to argue about something he conceded to.
There's a such thing as physical attraction. I don't know that. I didn't hear him say that, but I hope he didn't.
Sharon, question. Stop. I don't want nobody else putting words in your mouth. Sir, did you or did you not say there's no such thing as physical attraction?
I said it don't exist.
That's the same thing.
That's the same thing. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that when you see a woman, she makes you feel a certain way. That's what I'm saying. Because in your mind, you put that this type or whatever that is, it makes you feel a certain way. Somebody else gonna look at that same one, don't feel a damn thing about it.
That's attraction.
That is physical attraction.
You ain't saying
it's a feeling that it makes. What I'm trying to get you to understand, it makes you feel a certain way. It is personal to you, your feelings. So
physical attraction.
So what I'm saying is that in the same conversation, we could look at Charlize Theron and somebody would say she looks good. I physically
who's your childhood crush?
KT the GOAT will look at that white woman and says, I hate pink meat.
Sharon, you just yapping right now.
Who's your childhood crush? When we having a conversation, right? This is why I don't believe physical attraction, the physical shit exists. Because if that same woman, you didn't know she was born a man. The moment she says, I'm a man, your attraction to her is gone because of a feeling.
Who's your childhood crush?
What I'm trying to get you to understand. Your childhood crush? Me personally,
that was crazy.
I don't move off of because she has. She's whatever this thing that I'm looking at. I don't trust that. That just doesn't move.
That's fine.
Sharon, who is your childhood crush?
But no, hey Sharon, I lost Sharon to their defense. They said even if it was a man, some of these dudes up here still be attracted to their.
Right. Because the attraction is physical.
And all I'm saying is I understand that now, right? I'm way too straight to just look at somebody and say, oh, I want to put my dick in that.
Then you don't have sexual attraction. That's what you're saying.
No, because I know better. What I'm trying to get you to understand.
No, what you're saying is that you don't move.
What I'm trying to get you to understand that the same way how the woman was saying earlier that they see men with fat asses. Hey, listen, some of y'all men are going clearly because the only thing you're looking at is the physical part.
But Sharon, I'm not even disagreeing with you.
I'm not going. Y'all niggas could go ahead.
Bro, you're a guy from the beginning.
I blame you,
I'm trying to get y'all to understand. I appreciate your honesty. I'm not going.
That's fine, but what you're saying is that you don't move on sexual attraction. That
no,
just
what
means
he's saying. No, hold on. Let's be clear though. Let's be clear. Okay. Now, what he's saying is that at some point you shouldn't be moving on physical attraction because your ass might get caught looking at a dude. That's what he's
No, I agree. No, that's fine, but that's not what the initial point
nobody's
was.
talking about that. Though.
He's saying that there's no such thing as
somebody's talking about it because that's what he just said. Man.
No, he just saying it because that's the point he wants to make.
Hey, time we heard the same thing and it went over
their head. The original context.
That's what he just said, man. That's what he just said. Now that part I agree with. Now
my work was basically saying like, well, you can be physically attracted to someone that looks like a woman that's a man. Right, and then find out that's a man and not.
I can't be physically attracted.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I can't though. That's what I'm saying. I cannot be physically attracted to a man. I don't care what they look like.
That's what he said, Cody.
But how do you know they're?
I don't care what they look like. I can't go.
Boy, y'all falling for the deflection. This is why I said this nigga can be mayor because y'all be falling for the deflection so easy. This nigga just brought up a whole separate.
Yeah, he just deflected.
He just admitted he don't believe it exists, bro. That's it. Point blank period.
Hey, okay.
I'm not going.
But Sharon,
that's
Sharon's
fine.
issue is that if it's about how somebody makes you feel,
just said because you went back to our initial point.
But Joshua, you said earlier
that. Oh, go for it.
No, because we're saying physically attracted to women, right? Like we're physically attracted to women that have vaginas. But Sharon's saying, well, I'm not physically attracted to people. It's just how they make me feel. Well, it's like, well, if a dude made you feel good, would you sleep with them, Sharon? That makes you sus, bro.
No,
you don't see how that makes you sus.
This is crazy. The crazy part about it is. Hello, no. The crazy part
this is the problem
Work.
when you talk, Mr. Work. You kind of help them, and that's the
so I'm trying to help you understand, Mr. Work. You admitted that, hey, we're physically attracted to women. That kind of destroys the whole conversation. And the reason, let me tell you why. Because they was arguing that they wasn't physically attracted to these women, but still having sex with them.
Okay,
that was the argument earlier.
Nah, that wasn't. The argument was literally, do physical attraction exist? Y'all keep saying everything but that. I'm gonna say this: we not past. You passed that. He just literally said it don't exist.
You weren't attracted. You said you had sex with a woman you weren't attracted to.
Yes.
No, I didn't either.
Like not. I mean, not thinking she's pretty, and I said physically attracted. I said I've been physically attracted to a woman. I did not see her as pretty because you can look at a bitch and say that's a butterhead. And I'm a fucker off the physical attraction. That's what I literally said.
That's what either man just was talking about. He was saying
that. No, and I'm saying the point from the beginning is Sharon said that doesn't exist. This is the point. Y'all he bring up something and then y'all start getting on there.
Well, the thing is that I asked him who his childhood crush was. He doesn't want to answer. But that proves that there's a physical attraction because you have crushes, and even before you're too young to even comprehend what a mate is. You just have a crush because someone's pretty, someone's beautiful. Everybody had crushes on Hillary. Everybody, if you watch Boy Meets World, you had a crush on Topanga, Pink Power Ranger. I mean, some might even say Nala. I don't know. But there's plenty that you would have a crush on, and it's not because you picture them as your wife or anything. It's just a physical attraction.
Right. Okay. There's a difference.
Well, you lived a very weird. Respectfully, you lived a very weird life where you didn't have hormones in your puberty years, and you also didn't have childhood crushes.
No, Sharon's just rage baited, man. But he's the best at it, man. I give him that. He's the best at it.
So for me, what I'm trying to get you to understand, I don't look at something and say, "Ooh, I'll wait to find out what that thing is." Y'all.
So you don't use sexual attraction.
Y'all would be willing to be sexually attracted to anything.
But you're talking about sex. You keep on switching up the words. You're talking about sexual attraction.
Yeah, you keep switching.
Are we talking about just something is attractive?
What I'm trying to get you to saying, you would look at TV and see something that is female looking and be like, yes, I want to put my dick in that. I'm not.
No, who's you? First of all, my girl listens to sometimes. I have never done. I have never done that in my life. I don't even know what he's talking about right now.
And don't know what they're looking at, and they say, "Hey, I'm willing to put my dick because she has a fat. I don't care how ugly she is. I don't care how ugly she is. She can look like a goddamn man for all I care, as long as she got a vagina. Hey, that's
you're conflating everything.
Me personally, I don't give a fuck how much of a female China is. I ain't putting my dick in her because she look like a man to me.
China.
The wrestler.
Rest in peace. Like. Yeah, she dead.
Yeah, I don't know why you would throw a dead lady's name out there. But
right. we can keep going. It's plenty of man-looking women out there. They got a body. You would do it. I'm not doing it.
But Sharon, that just means you don't.
This where it get disingenuous. Because then you say,
but Sharon, that means you don't use sexual attraction.
All I know is this: y'all will put your thing in anything as long as it looks good and nobody.
See, you're lying. I'm not lying up here. Nobody said that. We said physical attraction is this.
You're not gonna walk around. Listen, you're not gonna walk around with your 4 in the face and 9 in the body, and the same thing while you ain't gonna walk around with your T-man and you got a bad. You that's it. It is what it is. I get it now.
I just don't understand.
It was crazy.
You're trolling.
Well, hello, but like, can we all agree if you saying she got a 9 in the body and a 4 in the face, she's not a 4. It got to be an average somewhere around 6.
Well, no,
that's fine. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
So that means that she is not a 4. That goes back to my original statement is to you, she's not a 4 because if she was a 3 in the body, 3 in the face, and 3 all around, that means that if you say now you would say, I'm not attracted to her because
you're missing the point.
What's the point I'm missing? Tell me the point I'm missing.
I think the point is regarding around relationships because I feel like earlier they were kind of talking about
physicality.
Talking to this slow motherfucker, Mr. Work, about women being attracted to certain things. And he was talking about height or some other shit. And I think what Sharon's point stemming from that is that you can talk to someone and you're going to stay with them not because they're tall, but because of who they are, and that's what you're attracted to. And I think that's what it all stems from, just based off of the little bit I caught from earlier.
But his whole conversation earlier was saying that physical attraction doesn't exist, even though
I think he's talking about. I think
he's
talking about he hasn't cleared himself up, so I'm not going to say I think because he had.
He's talking about from a relationship.
He didn't want to give us his childhood. He didn't want to give us his childhood crushes. I think that's mad disrespectful. Everybody's ever done it. That's ever been asked. But I think that someone might be talking about in a relationship specifically. It's not physicality that keeps them there. It's all the other things that keeps them in a relationship.
And I've been talking about sexual attractiveness that causes the initial connection. You're not even going to walk up to somebody unless you have a physical, sexual, or some kind of attraction to them. Emotional and intellectual attraction come later. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, you know,
no,
Josh. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I asked a simple question.
I disagree with that.
It can go the other way too. It can be you can hear someone. Well, you can hear someone.
Here's why I disagree with that, though. I disagree with that because now, with like the online thing and the dating online and meeting people and even these panel discussions and whatnot, you don't even have to see a person now. Yeah. You can fall in love, air quote, with someone's mind, with someone's thought process, with what you perceive to be their mannerisms, you perceive to be their behavior and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So the attraction don't even have to be physical anymore. Now people fall in love with avatars.
No, I'll co-sign that. That's fair. You know what? I'll concede that because I'm not putting the context of. I'm putting real world dating. I'm putting real world relationships.
Hey, Sharon, I bet my last dollar if you would have said that, Josh wouldn't agree. I guarantee you, if you would have said that, Josh, we're like, nah, man, that don't make sense. It came from Sharon.
Hey, look, it got men online right now. Matt Barnes. Hi, how you been? Guess what? He got scammed by a goddamn AI female.
Right, but he got attracted to that AI female. Again, you're going right back to the initial conversation again.
And I'm saying
he was still physically attracted to her.
So Josh, so what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, I'm not going. Y'all will fall for anything, and y'all will find yourselves in some serious shit. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Keep on go ahead and believe that anything with a fat ass, you need to go thinking, and one day you're gonna wake up and that person's gonna say, "Hey, by the way, I'm on Anna."
Nah, see, this is where you deflecting and redirecting because nobody's saying that they purely are looking at people with a sense of fit. Get the fuck out of here. No, listen. This is where you redirecting and shit because listen, bro, we're not talking about whether or not the only point is physicality, like physical attraction. You could be attracted to somebody's mind and physical. Like that's most likely your main two elements. You're going to say, like I kept saying, just Jay said earlier, first is the physicality, then it's the experience you have with that person. I agree with that in totality. So we're not arguing whether or not it's more than that should happen. But we know that thinking with your dick exists is a saying because some people do move on that basis. So you can't say physical attraction doesn't exist.
What about that four? You thought like, this is gonna be
thinking with my dick. Even what Taz said, I was younger. You right.
You was attracted. Just say I was attracted to that four when I was younger.
I literally, that's what I just said. I don't know what more you. I did it because I was thinking with my dick. I was attracted to her in that sense. Her body shape for me, I was like, shit, I'm a hit.
So that proves that she was not unattractive.
That's what I'm saying. Where are y'all conflating that somebody? Where y'all conflating that
is
because
true.
Somebody will fuck somebody? You can't. I'm gonna say it one last time. I could say her face is a 4.
Yeah,
I could say her body's a 12.
Have a direct correlation to attraction.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is this: all you men that feel that way, you gonna find yourself in some serious shit.
No, I'm not gonna find myself.
You know,
straight up
Marines do.
Hey,
because I know how to avoid that. These red pills that sit here and talk about single mothers all day. I bet you're dealing with a single mother. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I mean?
He's not wrong.
Hey, Wall Street Willie, they trying to keep the single mamas for themselves. I done figured the game. Don't touch them so I can get them.
I'm just saying, I bet you ain't got to worry about that, though.
Oh, no, that's where that thing top tier.
All right. So anyway, let's bring it back to the conversation. But regardless, hey, look, y'all could not respect y'all feelings about how people make y'all feel. Y'all believe that it's strictly on how you look at a person, but we could just walk in the street and we could see that this.
We didn't say that either.
Wait, Sharon, I got something to point out that it's kind of ironic how you say that, like, oh, you guys are basically dealing with some kind of homosexual repressive thoughts or something where it's like you guys are secretly gay, yada yada yada. But the thing that's kind of ironic about it is that we're simply talking about being physically attracted to women. And you're saying, well, I don't deal with physical attraction because then it might lead to situations where you're attracted to a dude. Bro, it sounds like you're the one having some kind of homosexual like battle that you're having. You know, because we're just talking about being attracted to women with vaginas.
But do y'all guys see how these conversations are connected? First, we talked about a couple of days ago, we talked about the person who was led by lust, and the lust kind of destroyed his career and all these different things. And then we started having a conversation about getting away from lust, you know, men thinking at a higher level, and this is how men supposed to be thinking. And it's almost like this conversation is saying, no, men need to go back to the lustful thoughts and thinking. Y'all don't see how those things are connected?
We're not even saying
lust
that.
Isn't attraction.
We're
lust
not even
is not
saying
attraction, bro. And I'm not saying it can't constitute in the same thing. Like you can't be attracted to someone out of lust, but we know by definition, lust is like a
isn't attraction. I don't know.
Lust is attraction.
This is so good. Hello,
This is not-
so that four you had sex with, was it lust? Was it lust that you had sex with the four?
Yes.
Yeah,
Kate, no, let Katie go. He wanted to unmute all the other times. Katie, go. That four that you had sex with, was that lust? When you was thinking with your dick. That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. He trying to act like these conversations ain't connected. Like, that's crazy.
Look, the very first person I had sex with was the absolute four. And I had sex with her because I was a virgin. Yes, that's exactly why it happened.
And you was a four, so y'all was equals. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
But even still, as a four, I was attracted to another four.
Exactly. So she wasn't a four. That was a 10 in your book. That's why we gotta get off this world standards. If you was a four, she was a four. Y'all was 2 10s on each other's scales. That's the best.
Not real.
That makes a lot of sense.
You just made that up.
No, I did not.
4 plus 4 equals 8 in the first place. So
now y'all do basic math. Y'all are crazy.
Nah, my bad, y'all. My bad. I heard everything y'all saying. Let me answer real quick. Like I said from the beginning, I'm not saying lust isn't a characteristic, like attraction isn't a characteristic of lust. I'm saying the words lust and attraction, they're two different words for a reason. They're two different things. So every time lust is brought up, you can't now say, well, if you having any type of attraction, this is based off of lust. That'd be a false thing to even try to make, like say this correlates because of that. Nah,
but lust is in fact sexual attraction.
Nobody said that.
No, lust is by definition sexual attraction.
No, y'all are missing. That was not what we said. When I connected the conversation, Kay, to go, because you might have walked away. When I connected, I said the problem with lust and moving with what we was talking about is the situation that the Michigan coach got into. What we doing this over the next couple of days, saying that men should actually be moving with a better value system. And not only that better value system, they should be moved by more than just physical attraction. Physical attraction should not be a deciding factor for men, right? And how you was moving back in the day is an example of how being driven by lust. That's the whole point that we tied together, K to go.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm saying that, and like I said, that's a younger thing, right? That's not like me as an adult. I mean, that's just the part of the experience of growing, right? But
yes, sir. But he's a 40-year-old man. See, it ties back into him, right? If this was a coach that was first into coaching, he was 21 years old, 25 years old, just got out of college, we would give him that grace. But when we tie the whole thing in, the problem with the men today is that they in this undeveloped stage is where they never leave this young stage that you're talking about, K to go.
But
no,
see,
I can agree with that. But
conversation becomes fake though, because none of that has anything to do with attraction, right?
At all.
Like a part of becoming a man is being able to control your attractions and take your bitch ass home, right? That's when you're maturing. That's when you're becoming a man. But that don't have nothing to do with attraction. You could be attracted to something. Anybody that likes black women and sees Meg Thee Stallion walk across the street, right? Like, I find it disingenuous of you saying that's not attractive. I wouldn't mind in my younger years before I was married smashing, right? But
she the same age as my daughter. That's
yeah,
why I
that's
was
problematic. All right. You got a
that's
point
why I wouldn't
there.
say, but I understand where you're going. But
That
just
wasn't the point.
And again, like when we just start peeling back the onion, whenever y'all just